Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CPTV live broadcast this Friday, 20th of October 2017. Welcome here to our studios. Showing the topic, failure of your way to success. I welcome you all on board in discussion here. Thank you for joining, and God bless you. I am here once again sharing my God's given talents. I urge you to watch and learn from me whatever you can lay your hand on, whatever possible that you can learn. The principles of knowledge says that anyone who are able to learn one new thing every day of his life is actually on a way to greatness. Your attention and learn from what I'm going to share with you this afternoon. Don't bother yourself about the person sharing the message. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't know him, maybe he look good or he look bad, maybe his English is good or he speaks bad English, maybe his presentation is good or bad. Don't concentrate on all these things. I urge you to the message that I'm about to share with you. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who have been supporting my program spiritually, moral, and financially. I pray that God bless and reward you abundantly in Jesus' name. And this is my prayer. Because when you participate in changing lives, you actually participate in making our society better. Yes, our program here is all about enlightenment, all about revealing those hidden secrets that hinders you from succeeding, about exposing those limitations that you hardly recognize. It's all about exposing those negative things that you hardly recognize. It's all about showing you the way, about the truth, and all about empowering our youth. This is what we are doing here at Charles Patrick Live. Every topic that we bring life to you actually is the goodness of a positive thinker, a life of an achiever. Yes, welcome you to the program. As you can see, we are working very hard to improve. We are working tirelessly to improve on our audios and our video quality. We are working very hard to make sure that will serve you better. Hope the audio on your side is okay, and hope the video is flowing very well. Me. In case of any suggestion, any feedback, any correction, don't fail to get back to us on this platform. When you look down on the television channel, you will see some text that are scrolling there. Through that text, you can actually find our contacts. And don't fail to email us. Don't fail to contact us. I will go on break and come back. When I come back, begin the topic. Thank you, and God bless you. Okay, welcome back to the studio. As I told you before, this is CPTV live broadcast this morning. It is actually 9:28 a.m. from October 20th, 2017. This is Charles Patrick TV live presentation showing failure is part of your way to success. This is the topic that I am actually sharing with you today. Thank you for joining me, sharing the video, inviting your friends to join me. Now we are going to get down to the business of the day. This topic may sound bizarre to some and to some that are people with positive mental attitudes. Failure is part of your way to success. I achieved this topic after some arguments with some friends about failure. And after this, I decided to share the topic publicly so that people can learn from it. First, for instance, what is failure? On my own definition, I call failure a temporal defeat that way towards your destination. This might not be the English definition of failure. The English definition of failure is actually by which one was not able to attain his goal. This is English definition of failure. But my own, as a as a psychologist, my own definition about failure is a temporal defeat. A temporal defeat that you meet on your way towards your nations. A lot of us have problem identifying what is failure and what is their goal. You have a goal in your life. You have a destination in your life. You have a place that you are actually going. What you meet on your way into this place is not actually the result. Whatever stops you on the way going does not mean that where you're going to has failed. For example, you can decide to endeavor on a journey, to embark on a journey from Owerri, Imo State, for example, to whatever you meet on your way that stops you, maybe anything on the way, delays the time you will get to Lagos, or stop you from going to Lagos or getting to Lagos that day, doesn't mean that you will never get to Lagos. That stops you, that delays you where you're going, is what I called failures. And this is what I call temporal defeats. Note my words. Mark my words. I said temporal defeat. Temporal defeat are those things that stops us temporarily while we are on a way to achieve our goal. And this is what I call failure. Failure is never permanent. But success, in the back of your mind, that what remains constant is change. We are not stable. We are moving. We are making a journey. We are making a movement somewhere. The important thing is for you to find out where you are really going. It's failure. Some of us give up after temporal defeat and call it a failure. That you fail to achieve what you're supposed to in order to get does not mean that you have failed in what you want to do or failed to reach where you want to go. It does. Failure is actually a stepping stone towards our destinies. Failures is actually stepping stones towards our goals. Failures are sometimes necessarily passed through before we get the desired goal. What is important is the goal that you desire to achieve, not the temporal defeats that you meet on your way toward. There is that I want to make clear to you this morning. I want you to understand between your goal and the failures and your shortcomings. Let me use that word, shortcomings. Let me know anymore. Your goal is what you are able to achieve. But your shortcomings or failures, as many people may like to put it, is temporal defeat that you temporarily from achieving. For example, you start a business and you're struggling in this business. In this business as an example, because most of our people and most of my audience are businessmen, traders. And you wish to achieve success in this business. There is what I call life goal. Your life goal is where you want this particular business to take you to. That is your life goal. And this is where your focus should be. You meet on your workplace. That is your destination. That is the reason, for instance, that you decided to establish the business. Whatever hinders you temporarily is not failure. I will explain this very well in a better way to you. You have to understand how these things work. You own a business. You set up this with some amount of capitals. And you to run this trade and become successful in life. What do I mean by being successful in life? Reaching to the class of life that you desired for yourself and your family. Now, reaching to this class have a lot of stages. And it is on this stage you found those terms you called failure. For example, buying your goods from a neighboring country, close. Maybe you are here in Douala, Cameroon, and you're purchasing from Lagos. Or maybe you are in Lagos, Nigeria, and you're purchasing from Cotonou. This is your initial plan, and it's working well. and the business keep growing. Then you decided to step it up by import from Dubai or China. That you make up for your first importation is an endeavor. And this particular importation failed for one reason or the other. Does not mean that your life has failed. Does not mean has failed or collapsed. That quit at this stage are quitters and are never achievers. That you from China failed means that you're going to come back, study why your importation from, find out what happened, and learn from there, and start all over again, and try until it becomes successful. Because your destination, actual reason why you establish this particular business is not because you want to be importing from China. The primary reason is that you want to be successful. You want to get to a certain stage of life that you feel good for you and your family. Reason. This is where you're going to. This is what you have in mind. Now, the importation you endeavored in is a stepping stone going towards where you're going. It does not mean that if this stone fell, that your business has failed. And sometimes, as an achiever, you don't have to see this failure, this temporal defeat, as actual defeat. You have to see it as temporal defeat. And you have to make all the benefits out of it. You can actually try by correcting your errors, the former errors you commit. When you look into them, learn from them, correct them, you become better, and you do it better, and it works better for you. Great achievers are those people who never give up to achieve a thing, no matter how many failures they face on their way to their destination. Mark the word destination, mark the word quest, mark the word. The achievement here is your destination. You're there, you're going. What I mean by destination is the picture, the mental picture of what you intend to achieve or what you intend to become by doing. No living human beings endeavor in any form of commerce, in any forms of endeavor, without having a mental picture he wants the endeavor to take him. That you are on processes to reach to your destination faster, and you encounter failure, mean that you have failed. This of your success. These failures is going to serve as lessons. It's better. Sorry for that mix up there. The great Edison was an inventor. He's actually the person that invented most of the appliances that we use today. Something like your, which in those days, Edison machine. The great Edison was an inventor. One day, he decided to on quest to invent electric lamp. Electric lamps are what me and you called electric bulbs today. This is actually what I mean by electric lamps. He decided to embark on this. On his way, I mean, on his way, when I mean on his way, I mean the moment starts on his quest, electric bulbs that me and you are using today. He tried out experiments. He tried out the first one, failed. Tried out the second one, and he failed. Tried out over and over until he actually tried out 10,000 experiments and failed. I mean 10,000 experiments on the quest to invent electric bulb, and he failed. And he kept going on. He finally become the person that invented the electric bulb me and you are using today. I will go on break. And when I come back, I will look into, I will actually look into the lessons from Great Edisons. Join me. I'll be back.